Hello dear students, welcome to the another lecture of applied mechanics. In the previous lecture we have discussed about the nature of group graphs. Okay, in that we have seen load versus effort graph. In this load versus effort graph we have seen this slope of line is always a straight line, it will not goes from the origin. After that we have seen load versus efficiency graph. In this graph, if load is 0 then efficiency is also 0, and this graph plotted against a efficiency against load, and this graph is nothing but the curve graph. Okay, after that we have seen the load versus effort lost in friction graph, which is similar to the load versus effort graph, and after that load versus load lost in friction. So in at yesterday I have given you a one problem also. काल तुम्हाला एक प्रॉब्लेम दिला होता. I hope all of you have solved that problem. ज्या विद्यार्थ्यांना जमलं असेल त्यांनी आज चेक करायचंय त्यांचं आन्सर, आणि ज्या विद्यार्थ्यांनी सॉल्व करता आलेलं नाहीये त्यांनी आज सॉल्व करून घ्यायचं आहे. ठीक आहे. सो स्टेप बघायची आहे, स्टेप बाय स्टेप you have to follow through the step and try to solve number of problems at your home. So just go to our problem. See here what our problem said to us. In an experiment of a weightlifting machine with velocity ratio as 18, the values of effort required to lift various loads were as given in the table below. So we have given a table. So in that table we have given a two values, that is the load that is in a Newton and effort is also in a Newton. So load and Newton values. Here we have given a number of loads and number of efforts required to lift that load. So here load 1 is a 250, then second 500, third one is the 750, then 1000, then 1500, and then 2500. So for 250 we have given a effort 42.5, then for 500 Newton weight we required a effort 62.5, then for 750 we have given a effort 82.5, and for 1000 we have given a effort 105, then 1500 we have given a effort for 42.5, and for 2500 we have given a effort 220. So what problem said to us? Plot a graph showing the relation between effort and load. So here we have to plot a one graph, but which graph? Effort and load graph. So recently in previous lecture we have seen the different types of graphs. So effort and load graph we have to draw here. Okay, and determine the law of machine. Also we have to find out the relation between the law of machine. After that what it said, find the effort required and efficiency of the machine. So here we have to find out the effort and efficiency also when the load is 2 kilonewton. Means we have to find out the effort required to lift the 2 kilonewton load, and also efficiency of machine when the load is a 2 kilonewton. Also find the maximum efficiency, and we have to also find out the maximum efficiency this machine can attain. So this machine, how much efficiency can attain, we have to find out that maximum efficiency also. So once you read the problem you have to find out the given data. Okay, so problem मध्ये काय दिलंय आपल्याला? In an experiment of weightlifting machine velocity ratio दिलेला आहे, that is nothing but the 18. इथे velocity ratio 18 दिलाय आपल्याला, बरोबर. देन व्हॅल्यूज दिल्या आहेत. आता यापूर्वी जे पण प्रॉब्लेम आपण सॉल्व्ह केलेत किंवा जेही नंबर ऑफ प्रॉब्लेम तुम्ही बघितले असाल फ्रॉम दी सेकंड चॅप्टरच्या फर्स्ट लेक्चर पासून तर प्रिव्हियस लेक्चर पर्यंत, यामध्ये आतापर्यंत आपल्याला काय लोडची एक किंवा दोन व्हॅल्यू दिलेल्या असायचा मॅक्झिमम, एफर्टची एक किंवा दोन व्हॅल्यूज दिलेल्या असायच्या, बरोबर. आणि त्यावरून आपण काय एफर्ट रिक्वायर्ड टू लिफ्ट द लोड काढायचो, किंवा मॅक्झिमम इफिशियन्सी काढायचो, किंवा मेकॅनिकल ॲडव्हान्टेज असेल, बरोबर, किंवा व्हेलॉसिटी रेशिओ असेल. सो अशा वेगवेगळ्या टर्म्स आपण फाइंड आउट करत होतो. बट हिअर इन दिस प्रॉब्लेम इज लिटल बिट कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. म्हणजेच काय की यामध्ये तुम्हाला नंबर ऑफ लोड्स पण बरेच दिलेत आणि नंबर ऑफ एफर्ट्स पण दिलेत. सो हाऊ वी कॅन सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लेम. सो लेट्स सी. We have to apply the previous lecture knowledge here. So first we have to find out the given data. So what is our given data? We know the velocity ratio, that is 18. So first velocity ratio is 18. Then after that we have given a number of loads and number of effort. So after that, what, plot a graph. So problem said to us we have to find the relation between effort and load by plotting a graph. So we have to plot a graph, effort and load, for effort and load. So that is our question mark. So first thing we have to do, we have to plot one graph. After that, what our problem said, determine the law of machine. So second thing we have to find out the relationship between the law of machine. So we have to find out the equation for law of machine. After that, find the effort required and efficiency of machine. So we have to find out the effort, how much effort required when load is how much, 2 kilonewton. So convert that 2 kilonewton into the newton, that is nothing but the 2000 newton. After that we have to find out efficiency when load is 2 kilonewton, and again maximum efficiency this machine can attain. Okay, so this much means 1 2 3 4 5 terms are the unknown. So we have to find out these 5 terms, but we have given only 2 values, that is the velocity ratio and weight, right? So now what we have to do, the first thing we have to plot a graph showing the relation between effort and load. So this is our first thing. So before going to the problem, you have to draw a one x-axis and y-axis on the graph paper. Okay, so once you have draw the x-axis and y-axis, on that you have to take a load at your x-axis and effort on your y-axis, as we seen in the load and effort graph. Here you can see load is in x-axis and effort is in y-axis. Okay, so like this you have to take the load on x-axis and effort on y-axis. So after that, what load we have given, that is the 250, 500, 750, 1000, 1500, 2500. So take these loads on your x-axis, that is 250, then 500, then 750, then 1000, then 1250. We have to maintain a 250 gap in every term. So here 250, 500, 750, 1000, 1250, 1500, then 750, 2000, 2250 and 2500. So this much load we have to taken on a x-axis. After that we have to take effort on y-axis. So how much effort we have given, you can see here. So we have to take that on a y-axis, that is the 50, 100, 150, 200 and 250. After that, now we get x-axis, y-axis, load on x-axis, effort on y-axis. After that we have to mark all these 6 points here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 points we have given. Now we have to mark the 250 load at which effort, 42.5. So in this graph you have to see this is your 250 straight upward up to 42.5. okay, so here is your point 1. So mark this point and give this name point 1. okay, after that you have to find out the second point. You have to mark the second point, that is on the 500. So here check, this is the 500 on x-axis and how much 62.5 on y-axis. From here 62.5. so this is your point number 2. Then after that mark the third point 750. so this is your on x-axis 750 and on y-axis 82.5. so here on y-axis 82.5. so this is your point number 3. so now we have marked point 1, point 2, point 3. Similarly we have to mark all the 6 points. so here you can see your 4 point on x-axis its value is 1000 and on y-axis it is 105. so here you can see on 1000 and 105. so here your point number 4. after that 1500 on x-axis. so this is your point and 142.5 on y-axis. so 142.5 on y-axis. so here is your 5th number point. After that the last point that is on a 2500 and on y-axis it is a 220 2500. so here is your point number 6. Now we have to join all these points in a straight line. Why in a straight line? Because our load versus effort graph is always our slope is a straight line. Here AB line is a straight. so when we are drawing this straight line, so our straight line will pass from the point number 1, 2, 3 and 5 only. Okay, so you can see here, first of all draw a suitable graph and plot the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. so we have all plotted here points. Okay, after that from the geometry of points we find the points 1, 2, 3 and 5 lie on the same straight line. so here you can see point 1, point 2, point 3 and point 5 is in our straight line. कसे आहेत आपल्या एका स्ट्रेट लाईन वरती आहेत पॉइंट नंबर 1, 2, 3 and 5. 4 हा स्ट्रेट लाईनच्या थोडा वरती आहे आणि 6 कसा आहे खाली आहे. so 4 is lies above the line and 6 is lies below the line. so after that what we have to do, now we have plotted the graph here. okay, so first condition we have satisfied here, we have solved here. okay, so therefore let us ignore the point 4 and 6. so these two terms it not in our slope of line, right? so this is not on our slope, so we have to neglect this point 4 and point number 6. after that now draw a straight line AB passing through the point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. so now in 1, 2, 3 and 5 we have draw one line. this line is nothing but our AB line. okay, after that now see here, measure this OA distance. this OA is nothing but our which distance? C distance. C means that is nothing but our machine friction we have seen here, right? this OA distance is nothing but the C, and C is nothing but what represent this C? C is representing the machine friction, right? so here in this problem you have to measure this OA distance. okay, so this OA distance is nothing but how much? when you are calculating this OA distance, that will be a 22.5 Newton. okay, so this is the value of C. this is nothing but the value of C, right? 22.5 is your value of C, means OA. after that what you have to do, when problem set us we have to find out the law of machine relation, right? so what is the law of machine relation? that is nothing but the P is equal to MW plus C, right? so here we don't know the value of P right now, right? so we don't know the value of P, we don't know the value of M, and we know the value of C. here we have find out the value of C recently 22.5. so we have to find out value of M. W we know that is the 2 kilonewton, right? so how we can find out? now consider 2 points 1 and 5. having maximum distance between them, okay, which lies on the straight line, means which point lies on this straight line, its top point and first point. We have to consider this 2 point, okay, and take the value of that. So here from the geometry of these 2 points we find the slope of line AB. Okay, so how we can find out slope of line? M is equal to, on y-axis, that is the fifth point, that is nothing but the 142.5. here your fifth point 142.5 minus first point, that is 42.5. so here we have to write down that 142.5 minus 42.5. similar values for that. Here you can see the load value for that point 1500 and 250. so take that value here. Okay, after that you have to do the calculation of this term. So do the calculation in your calc. You will get 142.5 minus 42.5, that will be the 100, and 1500 minus 250, that will be the 1250. Okay, so this is the m value. So when you are calculating this term, you will get the value of m, that is nothing but the 0.08. so now we have find out the slope of line, right? The value of slope of line means we have find out the value of m. So now we know the value of c, we know the value of m, so we can easily calculate the law of machine equation. Okay, so second term is what? Law of machine, that is nothing but the P is equal to mw plus c. so here P is unknown, right, is equal to value of m we have recently find out, that is nothing but the 0.08 w, plus the value of c is 22.5. so give this equation, give the number for this equation, that is the equation number 1. Okay, so here you can see आपण याला equation number 1 दिलाय, right? so now the third term we have to find out, that is the effort lost in a friction, okay, when load is 2000 Newton or 2 kilo Newton. so for that, here what we can do, we have to use this law of machine equation. Okay, so substitute the value of W equal to 2 kilonewton or 2000 Newton, this value in above equation. so here when we are putting the value of 2 here, then we will get the value of P, means how much effort is required, right? so here the value of P is nothing but the 0.08 into 2000 plus 22.5, right? so do the calculation of this term, you will get the answer like this, 182.5 Newton. so this is the your effort required to lift the load. How much load? 2 kilo Newton, right? so after that, in given data there is a one correction in the problem. They said us find effort required, so we have to find out only effort, okay, not due to in a friction. and here we have taken a notation F effort, so here we have to take only P, okay, because we are not find out the friction effort, we have to find out only effort, so we have taken a notation for that P. so here you have to do one correction, take here as a P. so that's why in this problem here we are using only P. okay, so P वापरायचं फक्त. इथे गिवन डेटा मध्ये मी चुकून F एफर्ट लिहिलंय, कारण की आपल्याला फ्रिक्शनचं एफर्ट नाही काढायचंय. F एफर्ट आपण फ्रिक्शनला नाव देतो आणि एफर्टला काय देतो, फक्त P, आणि लोडला W देत असतो. तर याऐवजी तुम्हाला इथे काय फक्त P लिहायचंय. सो हियर वी हॅव फाइंड आउट द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ P, दॅट इज नथिंग बट 182.5. okay, after that, now once we have find out the value of effort required when load is 2 kilonewton, after that what problem said to us we have to find out the efficiency of machine when load is 2 kilonewton. So we know very well what we know. We know the formula for efficiency, that is nothing but the mechanical advantage divided by velocity ratio into 100, right? So now tell me one thing, we don't know the value of mechanical advantage, right? We know the value of velocity ratio, but we don't know the value of mechanical advantage. So first thing we have to do here, what? We know that mechanical advantage. So we know the formula for mechanical advantage, that is nothing but the mechanical advantage is equal to W upon P. So value of W means load, we know that is nothing but the 2 kilonewton or 2000 Newton, and the value of P we recently find out, that is 182.5 Newton. So put both value here in this equation. So you will get the equation like this, mechanical advantage is equal to 2000 divided by 182.5. So do the calculation in your Calc and just find out the value of mechanical advantage. That will be nothing but the 10.96. Okay, so once we get the value of mechanical advantage, then put this value in the efficiency formula. Okay, and the value of velocity ratio put in this equation and find out the efficiency. So now, and efficiency is nothing but the mechanical advantage divided by velocity ratio into 100. The value of mechanical advantage is nothing but 10.96. So put this value here, and the value of velocity ratio that is given to us, that is 18 multiplied by 100. So do the calculation, you will get the answer like this. 60.9% is your efficiency. Okay, so this is the fourth term we have find out. Efficiency is nothing but 60.9%. After that, fifth term they have asked us, that is nothing but the maximum efficiency. Okay, maximum efficiency the machine can attain. So we know the maximum efficiency of machine's formula, right? So what is its formula? Maximum efficiency is equal to 1 upon m into velocity ratio. So here the value of m we have find out already. First thing we have done is, पहिली गोष्ट काय केली आपण, सगळ्यात पहिले mच फाइंड आउट केलाय. त्याची व्हॅल्यू काय होती 0.08. सो 1 upon 0.08 multiplied by velocity ratio. The value of velocity ratio is nothing but 18, right? So now do the calculation in your Calc. So 1 divided by 0.08 multiplied by 18, एवढ्याची व्हॅल्यू काय येते तुमची 0.694. okay, but we have always taken efficiency in a percentage, that's why here I have multiplied this value with 100. So when I have multiplied this value with 100, then the maximum efficiency will be 69.4%. So this is the our solution of this problem. So we have find out all this term. तो कुठलाही प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करण्याच्या अगोदर प्रॉब्लेम व्यवस्थित वाचा, ठीक आहे. त्यानंतर त्यानुसार प्रोसिजर फॉलो करा, बरोबर. प्रोसिजर फॉलो केल्यानंतर आपल्याला ऑटोमॅटिक आन्सर्स काय होते मिळत जातात. आता इथे जसं आपल्याला लोड आणि एफर्टचा ग्राफ काढावा लागला, याच प्रकारे तुम्हाला प्रॉब्लेममध्ये कदाचित एफर्ट अँड लोड ऐवजी काय विचारू शकतात, लोड अँड इफिशियन्सी विचारू शकतात, ठीक आहे. किंवा लोड अँड लोड इन अ फ्रिक्शन विचारू शकते, किंवा लोड अँड एफर्ट इन अ फ्रिक्शन विचारू शकतात. असा कुठल्याही प्रकारचा तुम्हाला ग्राफ विचारू शकतात. सो तुम्हाला त्या प्रकारे तो ग्राफ काय करावा लागेल, ड्रॉ करावा लागेल, ठीक आहे. सो लाईक दिस, याच प्रकारे तुम्हाला अजून म्हणजे या प्रॉब्लेममध्ये न्यूमेरिक व्हॅल्यूज चेंज करून देऊ शकतात किंवा इथे ग्राफ चेंज करून देऊ शकतात, पण प्रॉब्लेम याच प्रकारे असेल. सो प्रिपेअर वेल दिस प्रॉब्लेम, यू हॅव टू याचं 1-2 वेळा घरी प्रॅक्टिस करायची आहे परत. सो यू विल बी इझिली अंडरस्टँड. आणि शक्यतो कॅल्क्युलेटरने कॅल्सीने कॅल्क्युलेशन स्वतः करा, डायरेक्ट आन्सर लिहून घेऊ नका, कारण की कॅल्सीवरती तुमचा हँड बसायला हवा. जोपर्यंत तुम्ही कॅल्सीवरती स्वतः कॅल्क्युलेशन करणार नाही तोपर्यंत तुमचं कॅल्क्युलेशन बरोबर येणार नाही. ओके, सो आफ्टर दॅट now in our this second chapter simple lifting machine we have seen the different terms. Okay, but the following lifting machine which are important from our subject point of view, means we have given us some another lifting machines we have to study in this chapter. In which chapter? In a simple lifting machine chapter. So which machines we have? So first one is the simple wheel and axle. Okay, so we have to study the simple wheel and axle machine, then differential wheel and axle, then worm and worm wheel, then single purchase crab winch, double purchase crab winch, then simple screw jack, then western differential, pulley block, then geared pulley block. So these are the 8 machines we have to study in this chapter. सो या चॅप्टरमध्ये आपण आतापर्यंत बघितलंय काय बघितलं आपण आतापर्यंत पहिले स्टार्टिंगला आपण बघितलंय की सिंपल लिफ्टिंग मशीन काय असते, बरोबर. मशीन काय असते, सिंपल लिफ्टिंग मशीन काय असते. त्यानंतर आपण मेकॅनिकल ॲडव्हान्टेज बघितलंय, बरोबर. मेकॅनिकल ॲडव्हान्टेज बघितल्यानंतर आपण मॅक्झिमम मेकॅनिकल ॲडव्हान्टेज काढला. त्यानंतर व्हेलॉसिटी रेशो बघितलं काय असतं, बरोबर. देन इफिशियन्सी बघितली, इफिशियन्सीचं एक रिलेशन बघितलं, त्याचे फॉर्म्युले फाइंड आउट केले. परत मॅक्झिमम इफिशियन्सी, देन ट्रान्समिसिबिलिटी बघितली, नॉन ट्रान्समिसिबिलिटी बघितली, बरोबर. सेल्फ लॉकिंग बघितलं. सो हे आत्तापर्यंत ज्या टर्म बघितल्या त्या होत्या आपल्या सगळ्या न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करण्यासाठी यूज होणाऱ्या टर्म्स. नाव वी हॅव टू लर्न सम मशीन्स. आता इथे आपल्याला 8 प्रकारच्या मशीन्स दिल्या आहेत, 8 प्रकारच्या, ज्या आपल्याला या चॅप्टरच्या अंडरच काय करायचं आहे, स्टडी करायच्या आहेत. ठीक आहे. आता आत्तापर्यंत जेही फॉर्म्युलेज आपण यूज केलेत, तुमचं मेकॅनिकल ॲडव्हान्टेज असेल, इफिशियन्सी असेल, व्हेलॉसिटी रेशो असेल, लॉ ऑफ मशीनचं इक्वेशन असेल, दॅट इज P = mw+c, किंवा आपले नेचर ऑफ ग्राफ्स असतील, लोड वर्सेस एफर्ट ग्राफ, लोड वर्सेस इफिशियन्सी ग्राफ, लोड लॉस्ट इन फ्रिक्शन ग्राफ, लोड वर्सेस एफर्ट लॉस्ट इन फ्रिक्शन ग्राफ, बरोबर. हे ग्राफ असेल. हा सगळा जे पण फॉर्म्युले आहेत किंवा जो पण कॉन्सेप्ट आहे तो तुम्हाला या 8 मशीन्समध्ये परत प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करण्यासाठी यूज करायचा आहे. तर कुठल्या 8 मशीन्स आहेत आपल्या? फर्स्ट वन इज द सिंपल व्हील अँड ॲक्झल, देन डिफरन्शियल व्हील अँड ॲक्झल, वॉर्म अँड वॉर्म व्हील, सिंगल पर्चेस क्रॅब विंच, डबल पर्चेस क्रॅब विंच, simple screw jack, and western differential pulley block and geared pulley block. So these are the 8 machines we have to learn, and on these machines we have to solve the number of problems also. So now तुम्ही इथे बघू शकता आपली फर्स्ट मशीन कुठली आहे, सिंपल व्हील अँड ॲक्झियल मशीन, बरोबर. आता या मशीनवरती आपल्याला पहिले याचं एक बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट बघायचा आहे, त्यानंतर त्याचं इक्वेशन बघायचं आहे, त्याचे काय फॉर्म्युले असतात सेपरेट. आता जो पहिला व्हेलॉसिटी रेशोचा फॉर्म्युला होता आपला, परत आता सिंपल व्हीलसाठी काय फॉर्म्युले तयार होतात, बरोबर, ते फॉर्म्युले बघायचे आहेत. आणि त्या फॉर्म्युल्याच्या बेसवरती परत आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे, नंबर ऑफ प्रॉब्लेम्स सॉल्व करायचे आहेत. ओके, सो ॲज आय टोल्ड यू, जसं मी तुम्हाला सांगत आलो आहे की आपल्या चॅप्टरमध्ये, आपल्या सब्जेक्टमध्ये, दॅट इज द अप्लाइड मेकॅनिक्स सब्जेक्टमध्ये तुम्हाला नियर अबाउट 60% पोर्शन जो असेल तो एक्झाममध्ये जर थेरॉटिकल झाली, म्हणजे रिटर्न एक्झाम झाली, तर 60% तुम्हाला प्रॉब्लेम असणार आहेत आणि 40% तुमची थेरी पडते एक्झाममध्ये. पण जर ऑनलाईन झाली तरी 50-50% राहू शकतो. ठीक आहे, ऑनलाईनमध्येही प्रॉब्लेम विचारू शकतात, पण शॉर्ट प्रॉब्लेम विचारतील की तुम्हाला कॉन्सेप्ट यूज करायचा, फॉर्म्युला यूज करायचा आणि आन्सर फाइंड आउट करायचा, या प्रकारे. ठीक आहे. So now our next point, simple wheel and axle. So this portion we will see in our next lecture. हे आपण आपल्या नेक्स्ट लेक्चरमध्ये बघूयात. ठीक आहे. सो उद्या आपल्या नेक्स्ट लेक्चरमध्ये आपण नवीन टॉपिक सुरू करणार आहोत, दॅट इज द इम्पॉर्टंट मशीन्स, मीन्स 8 इम्पॉर्टंट लिफ्टिंग मशीन्स जे आपण आपल्या सब्जेक्ट पॉईंट ऑफ व्ह्यूनं इम्पॉर्टंट आहेत. ठीक आहे. तो उद्या आपण बघूयात सिंपल व्हील अँड ॲक्झेल आणि त्याच्यावरती काही प्रॉब्लेम बघूयात. आफ्टर दॅट डिफरन्शियल, व्हील अँड ॲक्झेल बघू आणि त्यावरती काही प्रॉब्लेम्स बघूयात. सो इफ यू हॅव एनी डाऊट रिगार्डिंग प्रॉब्लेम ऑर एनी कॉन्सेप्ट, जे पण आतापर्यंत लेक्चर झाले त्यामध्ये कुठलाही डाऊट असेल तर तुम्ही कमेंट बॉक्समध्ये टाकू शकता किंवा कॉन्टॅक्ट करा. ठीक आहे, तुमच्याकडे नंबर आहेच, कॉल करू शकताय काही प्रॉब्लेम असेल तर.